There is a new twist to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery saga. It is just going to only produce automotive gas oil, also known as diesel, and Jet A1, known as aviation fuel, in the month of January, and it would not be producing premium motor spirit, popularly called Petrol. It is being delayed because the supply of 6 million barrels of crude by Shell, which is reported by the NNPC, was said to be untrue. They only received 1 million barrels of crude oil. This will reduce their production capacity to just aviation fuel and diesel. It is being gathered that the facility would require a minimum of 6 million barrels of crude oil to start the full production of refined petroleum products, including AGO, PMS, Jet A1, and dual-purpose kerosene, otherwise called kerosene. But what the refinery got was 1 million barrels of crude, while the remaining 5 million barrels would arrive at the $20 billion facility in another 5 installments. When these 5 installments will get to the facility, we don't know yet. But as at this point, Dangote Refinery will be producing just diesel and aviation fuel. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemical Project, a subsidiary of Dangote Industries Limited, is a 650,000 barrels per day crude oil refinery located in Dangote Industries Free Zone, Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. It has a capacity to refine 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day and covers an area of approximately 2,635 hectares and is located in the Lekki Free Trade Zone. It is being reported that failure to supply crude oil to our domestic refineries would result to the stalling of the production of petrol, diesel, aviation fuel, and kerosene at the facilities. The report also stated that the lack of crude oil supply came as the 650,000 barrels per day Dangote refinery in Lagos missed the October production projection that it had earlier set. It pointed out that the October production target miss made it the second time in 2023 that Dangote refinery would raise hopes of Nigerians and Africans of a possible end to petrol importation. However, NNPC lied to Nigerians that it was going to provide 6 million barrels of crude oil on the 3rd of November 2023 to the Dangote refinery. It, however, has yet to do so. The management of Dangote refinery only confirmed the receipt of 1 million barrels of crude oil, adding that it will lead to the production of refined products at the facility. In a major step towards boosting Nigeria's domestic refining capacity and attaining energy security, Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals plant had purchased 1 million barrels of Agbami crude grade from Shell International Trading and Shipping Company, one of the largest trading companies in Nigeria as well as globally, trading over 8 million barrels of crude oil per day, the oil firm stated in a press release. But when journalists contacted the company asking them whether they would start pumping out refined PMS based on the 1 million barrels of crude oil that it received on Friday, an official of the firm stated that what Nigerians should expect in January would be diesel and aviation fuel. The official explained that their facility required a minimum of 6 million barrels of crude oil to commence the full production of refined petroleum products, but what it got last week was only 1 million barrels. The official, however, stated that the 1 million barrels would lead to the production of diesel and aviation fuel, stressing that PMS, kerosene, and other refined products would come as the company gets more crude cargoes. This is from an official from the Dangote refinery. He said that the next 4 cargoes will be supplied by the NNPC in 2 or 3 weeks, and the final of the 6 cargoes will be supplied by ExxonMobil. So Nigerians should have less expectations on the Dangote refinery this year and should expect that the development from NNPC and ExxonMobil will fast-track Dangote refinery to produce petrol in the next coming months. It is, however, confirmed that the NNPC, ExxonMobil, has just supplied 1 million barrels of crude oil to Dangote instead of 6 million barrels. Let the public be aware so that we don't have propaganda flying up and down. It is believed that the efficiency of supply of crude oil to Nigeria's refinery, especially Dangote refinery, will end importation in Africa. How true that is will depend on the functionality of the NNPC and other stakeholders in the petroleum sector. In another news, the leadership of the Nigerian Senate on Sunday announced the donation of 109 million naira, being the December salary of members of the House, to the victims of the accidental bombing in Tundumbiri village, Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The Deputy Senate President Barau Jibrin made the announcement on Sunday when he led a delegation of the Senate on a sympathy visit to the Kaduna State Governor, Senators Ubasani, at the Sir Kashim Ibrahim Government House, Kaduna. Reporters have it that the accidental airstrike by the Nigerian army killed no fewer than 100 villagers and injured scores. Speaking on behalf of the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, the Deputy Senate President told the Kaduna Governor that they were in the state to commiserate with him over the unfortunate incident which occurred last Sunday, November the 3rd. He said the Senate were greatly disturbed by the incident and the 109 senators had therefore decided to donate their December salaries amounting to 109 million naira to the victims of the incident. In a statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ismail Mudashir, the Deputy Senate President said the money would be sent to the state governor for onward delivery to the victims. He said, "We are here to represent the President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and indeed other senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in order to sympathize with you for the lost lives and those who sustained injuries in respect of the unfortunate incident that happened at Tundumbiri in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State some few days ago. We are all worried, we are all disturbed, but the only thing we can say now is for the Almighty Allah to grant those who lost their lives and those who sustained injuries, for Allah to give them a quick recovery." Another news, Aishat Bello Mustafa, a foremost newscaster of NTA Network, is dead. The cause of her death is not revealed to the public. She is one of the favorite newscasters at the NTA, with veteran newscaster Cyril Stoba reliving the memories of the old days of the communication giant. A Fidel's prayer will be held for her at the Abuja Central Mosque. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Nigerians reacting says that they listened to her whilst they were growing up. She's among one of the legendary newscasters in the history of Nigeria and worked with the National Television Authority (NTA) with some other veteran newscasters. They were mimicking how she read the news, and they said it was something that would never get off their minds for a long time. May her soul rest in perfect peace.